I'm here at Bear's Den, and saw this small cloud from afar. See if I can focus it. It won't focus. There's a cloud, and it's moving toward me, and it made me think I should document this phenomenon. So I can help out the scientists and tell them about the weather patterns that I notice. They may not take me seriously now, and that's okay. Because I may not be a scientist, but I am a naturalist. What is a naturalist? One who goes out into nature and studies it. That's my thing. Collecting rocks and wood and fossils and bones and all that stuff. And anyway, so I just think that's kind of cool to say that, because, well, first of all, I saw a video about this guy a long time ago, but he did a video about tardigrades, and he was not a scientist, but he said, but I am a naturalist, the same way I just said it now, because it's sort of a category more akin to, ooh, it's really coming in now, to being a musician, a poet, or an artist. And one time I saw this teenage kid drawing, and I said, oh, cool, you're an artist. And he said, no, I'm not an artist. And I said, well, of course you are. You're sitting here making art. That makes you an artist. And I've always thought of myself as an artist, but not a musician. But recently I realized that calling myself a musician is kind of, I don't know, it makes it feel more special. It's not just that I know how to make, chords on the guitar, so I can play 5 songs, in which case you could say you know how to play the guitar, but you might not call yourself, a musician until you get better. But you don't have to be, but you don't have to be amazing to call yourself a musician. And pride, that's what it is. You can take more pride in calling yourself that thing. It's like something that defines you. It's this important aspect of your personality. I used to play piano, but I would not call myself a pianist because, well, first of all, it's a interesting word, and I feel weird saying it. That was a joke, actually, on the Animaniacs, where Beethoven says, I am a pianist, and they say potty mouth, and they scrub his mouth out with soap. That was a great show. Anyway, yeah, so I guess you could say just knowing how to do something doesn't make you that thing. Like, if you know how to well, getting off topic, here comes the mist. Ooh, spooky. Oh, yes. Fog. It's one of my favorite things, along with moss and ferns. There's a lot of really beautiful moss up here, but no ferns. I was thinking about wanting to go to the Pacific Northwest or the part in Alaska that's actually technically classified as a rainforest, because apparently the definition of rainforest is based on precipitation, not temperature. And likewise, a desert is not defined by heat. It is defined by lack of precipitation. So Antarctica is it has an ice sheet all across it that's 2 miles thick, which is insane. You can't get to the bottom of it because it was once land. Anyway, who knows? Well, yeah, who knows what's down there? It could be a whole civilization of humanoid, intelligent reptilians or something weird. Aliens could come from here. I mean, I think sometimes they do. They're here. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Yes, being a naturalist. And an identity. I would say that you're saying this is an aspect of who I am. That's all. And I was thinking about the same thing applies to being a philosopher. Anyone can be a philosopher. I don't think that I'm sure there are people that get philosophy degrees who have the mindset that you can't. I don't know, because I haven't taken classes like that. Shoot, I lost my train of thought. Philosophy. I think that I have no doubt there are philosophy majors and graduates that consider the term philosopher to be defined by maybe your accomplishments or your degree. You have to write a book, you have to have had rigorous schooling, but yeah, I'm a philosopher, I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I'm a musician, I'm an empath. So now I'm off in thought. I talk a lot less about my ideas in the past few weeks. That's done. I'm done with the whole synchronicity business, the numerology business. I still believe in it, and I still experience it, but I don't stop and stare at it. And I am really becoming the person that I was always meant to be. And in my life, the way I got here was a Hail Mary pass. That's why it's been so rough. In an alternate timeline, I might, be given this new insight and wisdom that I have, and the return of the hero in circumstances that were less no, you know what? There was no other way for me to get here than all this stuff in the past. Not just someone else's darkness, but darkness I took upon myself in the name of light. Tricky business. But I'm a different person now. And I'm not a hiker. I like hiking, but I never usually have a social life, so I don't have a lot of people to hike with. And when I do, I would get bored and depressed. I'm just alone in the woods. So anyway, just want to mention that sort of the thought processes I'm having right now are definitely influenced by edibles. Regular smoking it doesn't work on me anymore. I thought my tolerance, it was weird. But anyway, so if I'm ever, that's just a disclaimer. I think I'm acting pretty normal, because I can. But anyway, yeah, no, I feel like I have a lot of clarity of thought, and I just want to document it, and I feel like I'm being just very, very real, and I've become very, very real, and it was about 3 weeks ago, 3.5, something like that, that I finally found peace. And it's shocking, in a way, to realize that I'm just completely relaxed around everyone. I don't react to things. I respond, but I don't react. Even I had a really intense confrontation the other day at 7-Eleven with this guy, and I'm not gonna. That's the story for another time. I'm not gonna tell it, but it's stupid. But the point is, I had a confrontation with somebody that would normally have caused my blood pressure to rise and fight or flight, but I don't have that anymore. And throat singing has definitely helped. But yeah, so I do remember sometimes if you're a little too high, you can't remember what you said earlier, but I'm gonna put this on YouTube. I'm not gonna even like censor myself because I like to ingest substances called an altered state, and that's what the shamans do. Get into an altered state. You can use substances. You can use drumming, chanting. I'm using the chanting aspect with throat singing. So a funny story. Yesterday at 7-Eleven, this guy from like across the way, I forget exactly what he said, but he said, "Dude, man, you're a pimp, dude. Big pimpin'," something like that. And I'm like, "Why?" It's because of your hat. It makes you look like a total pimp. And he was like, it was like he was so excited. And so what I interpret that as is not that the hat is that cool. I look cool, and the hat just is the cherry on top, right? And he wasn't just saying that was a cool hat. He was implying that, dude, that hat makes you look like a real player. Like, girls will be attracted to that. Because I believe that the energy that I put out, you can call them auras, you could call them energy. The metaphysics of it doesn't matter too much to me, but people can people can sense spiritual dimensions of people and other things. But when you talk to somebody and you have a certain type of body language, you carry yourself a certain way, you have certain facial expressions. And I just think that, well, first of all, I want to say that is, you are sending out vibrations and people are picking it up with special organs called ears. okay, there could be aliens who don't actually have ears, which is possible. There are animals here on Earth that do not have ears, like snakes. Okay, so they're not really good at picking up vibrations, right? So if that alien came to Earth and he saw people moving their mouths and sending out vibrations by like making these little movements with this thing in the mouth, and then this other person, this organ picks it up and it transmits it directly to the brain. Okay, that's telepathy. The concept of telepathy. I'd really like to talk to like well, I guess there aren't really any experts on telepathy, but because it's supposed to not exist, and I don't really trust people always that believe in it. But anyway, I'll just wrap it up here. Yeah, telepathy is the concept of telepathy. But maybe there is a way that is more direct and like actually can create images in the brain. It's a lot stronger, and the sensation is like it's going directly into the brain. So yeah, I guess you could, because I'm thinking about alien UFO encounters. So there's always a lot of telepathy. So anyway, that's UFO UAP enthusiast, I would say I am. An amateur ufologist. I mean, I really am. I wasn't trying to become that. Like, I just got sucked into the UFO, UAP rabbit hole, and I so into it. And I don't really follow it anymore. That's kind of something I'm done with. But I still am fascinated by it, and I believe in it. So I'll just leave it there. This has been me talking about my life, identity, third singing, Antarctica. Did I mention Antarctica? And yeah, I'm gonna go sit back with my guitar down there and my drawing pad. I'm gonna try drawing. Haven't done that in a really long time. All right.